Hello, this is day 26. There's this researcher that I know that published some really great research around the topic of foreign language anxiety. So when I was in Canada, I felt like I could kind of relate to this research just a little bit because I was in a classroom setting when I was learning Japanese in university. But when I came to Japan, I feel like I'm able to relate a lot more to this research now. So the whole premise of this research is that there's foreign language anxiety that's present in the classroom. So, and it's like, for some people it can be very prominent, and it's especially depending on the level that you're in. So, just in my case, when I started school in Japan, I was put into a beginner class. So, when I was in Canada, I actually learned all the stuff that was in the beginner class that I was put into. So, when I was in this class, I felt like I had so much more confidence, and I was like not afraid to like talk more in class and like help other students out if they needed, right? Because I had this sense of confidence in my abilities, because I knew that everybody else was just learning this, like this was fresh information, but for me it was like I already learned, so I felt so much like confidence, right? But being in this class, I felt like I just was not being challenged, like I was kind of getting bored sometimes. So I decided that I wanted to move up a level into the intermediate level in my school. So when I went to this level, I felt all my confidence just drain out of my body. Like within the first day of being in the class, like first 10 minutes, I felt like I shouldn't have been there. Like I felt that my anxiety was like so high because I felt like I wasn't good as all these other people that were in this class. Like everybody was able to speak so nice and clearly, but I was not, and I was like, why am I in this class? Like I shouldn't be here. But the thing is, after I spent more and more time in this class, I felt like I didn't have a sense of confidence, but I felt like I was where I was supposed to be, kind of thing. Because I feel like my initial reaction was that everybody else was so much better than me. But then after spending more time with these people in this classroom, I felt like we were kind of like on the same level, right? Like I feel like that's the importance of this research, is that it really highlights that there is foreign language anxiety in the classroom, depending on like whichever level you're in, right? Like even when I was in the lower level, I did feel like there was some anxiety, even though it wasn't as much, right? So that's why I feel like this type of research surrounding foreign language anxiety is like really important, because it highlights I feel like it really just showcases the experience that learners, like language learners, experience, right? Like, let's say for example, if this research wasn't published, I would be wondering like, why am I so anxious in this classroom? What's going on? Like, why do I feel this way? But when there is this research out there that really showcases and highlights the issues that you might experience, I feel like it makes you feel like you're not alone in that sort of situation, right? And like, I feel like it's just important for people to not feel alone in these types of things, right? Because even just knowing that everybody else in the classroom is probably experiencing some sort of anxiety in the classroom, it makes me feel a lot more better about my sort of situation and how I feel anxious in the classroom and everything like that. So that's why I feel like I really like this research, and like anxiety research specifically, right? Because anxiety is prominent in everybody's lives, and I feel like that's why I kind of want to research anxiety as well when I get to graduate school, because it's so prominent and like almost everybody can relate to it. And I feel like if I'm able to help people in the way that this research has helped me, then I feel like I've definitely succeeded in my career.